yeah, when we need them. Because we know we got a lot of catching up to do with the way this grass is growing and so forth. But at the same time, we're trying to also address other items, in fact, a lot of items with the limited staff we have. We're trying to get rid of some of the brush and limbs and stuff that's still laying around, trying to address some potholes so we don't have bigger problems with that. We're making preparation right now for the event this Saturday, the dedication for former Mayor Mickey Yarborough. And same time, we've got demolition taking place for CDBG that requires between public safety and public works monitoring to be sure that they're doing what we need them to do, both on the demolition, and we'll be doing that shortly also with some of the tree and limb removal on some of the city properties that, in fact, we've got that item on to discuss tonight too. We had already made an award to a company, and they were supposed to have started this week, but they've run into some equipment problems. So we're recommending to go to the next bidder, so we can keep that going.
All right. Far as other business, I have being the chair of the Personnel Finance Committee. We both discussed this one, and we believe that this item should be brought before the proper committee, which is Personnel and Finance Committee. So we're going to ask that that item be moved to Personnel and Finance Committee.
Excuse me, sir, which item is that?
The item resolution approving emergency transfers of income tax funds to the city operation.
The reason we brought it here is because of the urgency of the situation. The city has bills, and we are in a position where we're behind on a number of them, and we're attempting to try and get them paid. That's the reason we're going with the income tax transfer, because it is an emergency situation.
Okay, for the police, can you're interrupting the meeting there, sir? For this to be discussed, because I mean, the chair, he said he haven't heard a lot about it. Have you, Chair?
We haven't got, we will, not just me, I'm sure as residents and other commissioners want to know what operation, where the money going. You know, we just had in March, we just had a withdrawal, so we just want to do it properly in the right committee.
So we'll move that
to next week.
to, yes. Okay. All right. At this time is public comments. Yeah, we did the tree already then.
They have a list, because I didn't sign the list.
No.
All right, yeah. As always, I'm coming down as Marvin Haywood. Okay. Marvin Haywood, resident of the city of Benton Harbor, representative of the Fresh Start operations plan here in the city. I was in question about this movement of money as well, because generally you have to take stuff through the proper chambers to get it done. A lot of things that I want you to remember, if you get a lot of content, it becomes a con. All right, you just moved 400,000. He got, for the money that they needed for the grant, they got it allocated what it's going to be used for. You moving $800,000, and you don't even know what it's being used for. All right, first and foremost, one of the things that I'm really stuck on, we used to have an income tax board where you would watch over this money. For some reason, they don't even have an income tax board anymore, because I used to go to the meeting. So we'll know what's in the income tax fund and what's not in the income tax fund. The income tax fund is the money that is, they saying that this is an emergency, okay? When they signed it over in '88, it was not to be used for certain emergency. You gonna say what emergency it should be used for without taking it through the proper procedures and the proper channels. And when you go to talking about money, how much is in the income tax fund? You understand what I'm saying? Can anybody just literally say this is what's in the income tax fund? Right. How much is
Excuse
in
me,
it? That's-
Mr. Chairman.
No, no, what,
Since we
okay, no,
moved
I'm
this
not.
to next week, shouldn't this discussion be going there?
Okay, but yes, Mr. Little, I'm not in disrespecting, but what I'm saying, you're trying to transfer money in the public works, the public works department for operations when this should be going through finance.
And it's been decided it's going to finance.
Right.
That's where this
Okay,
discussion ought to
but-
take
Okay,
place.
but what I'm saying, you know,
Okay.
I've been dealing with this for a long time, and all I'm saying is I try to keep stuff correct. Right, I just try to keep stuff correct, that's all I'm saying. You know, I've never been in disagreement with change, but change that is a robbery, I'm in disagreement with that. I've never been in disagreement, but when I come down here, I'm stating facts, because I deal with facts, that's all I'm saying. Thank you very much.
Anybody else? Get 3 minutes.
And I ask that I not be interrupted or reclaiming my time. Thank you. So, even though it's being moved, and that was one of the things I said when I first seen it, it should be personnel and finance. I see that it said, okay, it's because of cost overruns. Okay, who's overrunning it? Okay, who's causing the overruns? Okay, for necessary service. And then it says city administration is working with the commission. What city administration and what committee? A commissioner, because this my first time hearing, and I know personnel and finance chair said he don't have all the details. So, that's something questionable. Then emergencies. What are the emergencies? I would like an itemized list of all the costs, all the things that we're moving, if it's so moved, that it's supposed to be moving it for. Because that's what we get a lot of time, every time, even stuff going different, wrong committees. Oh, it's an urgency. Every time it's an urgency. But then we have to rush and vote. We don't have all the details. Enough of that. I want to see an itemized list of all the things that is going to be moved for if we so voted. And I want all the details. I want to know exactly how much money is in the income tax fund and so on. Any detail, any and all detail, I would like to have it. Thank you. And I'm for Ward Commissioner Ethel Clark Griffin. I don't think I said my name.
Any other comments? Hearing none. Thank everybody for coming out. Meeting adjourned.